Hello everyone and welcome back to another Wizard101 video. Today, I am going over a video I did in the past, but I figured I would make a new and updated version and also add a little bit to it, and that is the level 50 Elixir. But before we get into that, make sure to hit the sub button. We are 40 off 4,000, which was my goal by the end of the year. We're going to hit it, obviously. We have 28 days to hit it, so if you don't hit it, I'm frankly ashamed. But without further ado, let's actually move on and talk about the topic of this video, which is the level 50 Elixir. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is because I want to talk about what are my thoughts on it, whether I think it's worth it, how KingsIsle could improve it in my opinion, and finally, whether or not they would make more elixirs like this in the future. So, let's first start off with the level 50 elixir if you don't know what it is. The level 50 elixir is an elixir that costs 30,000 crowns in the crown shop. What it does is on a character below level 50, it will instantly bring them to 50. They will go all the way up to Celestia, so they haven't technically started Celestia yet, and they'll be about 3/4 of the way through Winter Tusk, or halfway through Winter Tusk. I believe you start in Sujolin. So you get that. You have all the spells trained up to level 4, like the 48 spells, level 50. So you will have those spells. Everything that's related to the master of your school badge, so like Master of Storm, Master of Fire, you'll have all of those spells. You'll start with a starter set of gear called like the Advanced Storm set or the Advanced Fire set, something like that. It's really garbage. It's just there so that you don't spawn in with no gear at all, and they give you a mount with it. So overall, that's what you're getting from this. You're taken up to level 50. Now, the caveats of this is that you need to have a level 50 on the account already. So you can't just buy a new account and then spend 30,000 crowns to get a level 50. You need to actually work up to level 50 first, then you can buy the level 50 elixir and get a character immediately up to level 50. What are my thoughts on this elixir? Because that's pretty important. Let's start with the cost of it, because I feel like that's pretty important to talk about. The cost of the level 50 elixir immediately makes it not worth it at all. 30,000 crowns is $50. $50 is enough to buy 5 months of membership. I don't know about you, but I could probably get about 30 level 50s in 5 months. So, is this worth it just based on the cost alone? No, it is not. It does come with a mount, but most of you probably already have a mount, and the fact that if you have a character over level 50, you probably have enough gold to buy a permanent mount for gold in the crown shop, like this one right here. So the mount isn't really worth it as well. The gear is all pretty garbage, as I said, so that's not worth it. And realistically, the only reason why you'd want to do it is if you're just really, really lazy. That is what I think about the cost. Now, in regards to why it's bad and why I think it's just not worth it at all, there's a few main reasons. The first one being, if you're going to spend 30,000 crowns, spend it on something that actually matters or something that's worth it. Like, I'm telling you right now, I would have a much better time buying 5,000 crowns of a hyper elixir than buying a level 50 elixir, because I'm missing out on all of those levels, all those formative levels where honestly I think is the funnest part of the game. I think level 1 to 50 is the funnest part of this game, and you're missing out on all of those levels. Plus the fact that you're not really getting anything important or useful out of it. As I've said, you can get from level 1 to 50 in barely any time at all. Now, I will say, I'm actually coming from a perspective of understanding, I would like to say. I'm not just looking at this and saying it's trash because, you know, I'm just looking at it. I can say it's trash because I've bought it a few times because I was a stupid kid. Back in like 2015 or something, I bought this elixir with like my Christmas money. Like, I got some Christmas money, I spent it on crowns, and then I immediately blew it on a level 50 elixir. Fun fact, my Death Wizard is a level 50 elixir. My Death Wizard was this really funny situation where I bought a level 50 elixir, and then I opened one singular Knight's Lore pack and got Deer Knight. And then I was like, oh, this death exists now, and then I didn't really quest on him for a while because level 50 puts you in the most boring spot of this game, which is Arc 2. There's that. I believe my ice over here was also a level 50 elixir. Might just be, I might only have 2, but yeah, my ice is definitely a level 50 elixir. A surefire way to tell if you're a level 50 elixir, by the way, is to look at the badges. If you only have one badge or something in Dragonspire, Mushu, Marleybone, that's an immediate sign that it's a level 50 Elixir character, because without a doubt you would get more badges in one of those worlds. After buying it on those two characters, is it worth it? No. No, it is not at all. It is actually ridiculous just how not worth it the level 50 Elixir is. It's bad, it's a waste of time, and it's a waste of money. One thing I'd like to talk about, and one thing that people bring up, is like, what about a level 100 Elixir, Noah? Like, do you think they'd ever make a level 100 Elixir? Oh, I would actually buy a level 100 Elixir. Well, the answer, in my eyes, is probably no. I really highly doubt they would do it. Level 100 Elixir is very, very late in the game, and it's at a point where KingsIsle probably wouldn't do it. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think they would. If they did it, what it would look like is it would probably put you right at the end of Chrysalis Part 1 at level 100. You'd have like some really basic set of starter gear, and then, you know, come with a mount or something. You still wouldn't have, and this is really important to note, you still wouldn't have a pet, a ring and FA, a good-looking mount. I mean, that one's less, you know, apt, but that's still, you know, important to some people. You'd probably have pretty bad gear. So you would then have to immediately go to Darkmoor with stats that probably are absolute garbage. It just wouldn't be fun, I'll be completely honest. Going further though, a level 100 Elixir would probably cost double the amount of money, which is $100. I don't know about you, but I'm not willing to spend $100 for a single character, right? Maybe I'd spend $100 for a whole account of characters, not a single one though. And that's why I think that these elixirs just ultimately are not worth it. And it's just the price. For the price of a level 50 elixir, which is 30,000 crowns, $50, I could probably train up like multiple max wizards, like quite a few max wizards actually. You know, I'm thinking about doing this in the future, but I could almost guarantee you I could train a character up from level 1 to 100 within, say, I don't know, 30 hours maybe, which it's ridiculous because that's like a fraction of a month that you would get for $10 in a membership. So ultimately, that's what I think today's video is on. I don't want to ramble for too much longer about it, but I would say ultimately just level 50 elixir, not worth it. If they made a level 100 elixir, they probably won't, but if they did, it wouldn't be worth it at all. Please don't buy the level 50 elixir. Like, it is just genuinely not worth it. To actually make it worth it, they would need to do some hard changing to it. Like, make it so that it has legitimately good gear for that level. Make it so that it does something like it unlocks all the areas up until that point, like, for, like, crowns. So, even without a membership, you would be able to do those areas. Something like that, I would understand, but I really don't think there's just a genuine positive to doing it. Let me know in the comments if you think there is a single positive to using a level 50 elixir, because I don't think there is. Because you can't even say, like, oh, it saves time, because realistically, it saves you, like, what? 2 days of questing worth of time. I've gotten a character up from like 1 to 48 in the span of 12 hours. I've done that before, and I could definitely do it again if I want to. Really, it's just not worth it. So that's it for today. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Do you think they would ever make a level 100 elixir? I really don't, and I definitely wouldn't make a level 150 elixir. I'm just gonna say that now. Not gonna happen. So that's it. Make sure to drop a like, hit the sub button. Make sure to go support me financially on Patreon, and thank you to NJA for your support. You really mean the world to me. Go join my Discord server. We're up to like 360 members now. Kind of crazy, not gonna lie. But that's it. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Adios.